Okay, so I'm with Camille from the City Discovery Centre, and we're standing outside a chapel. Hi there, what is this?
So welcome to the site of Bradwell Abbey. This building here is the Chapel of St Mary, and this is part of the Benedictine Priory, which was founded around 1150. It's the last remaining building of what was a much larger footprint.
Right, yeah.
This building is Grade 1 listed, and it was a place of pilgrimage, and it contains nationally important wall paintings.
Should we go inside and have a look? Okay.
Let's go see more.
So we're going through a very cute little doorway. Just squeeze on through.
So as you walk in, you're really sort of impacted by the beautiful scenes that you can see around you. It's very delicate. You can see the M motif, which M for Mary, because this was designated a place of pilgrimage because it was said that a statue of Mary spontaneously started crying tears. So we have scenes of Mary's life.
Yeah. So in front of us we have a lady with a young girl. Who's that?
So this is Anne, Mary's mother, teaching her to read.
And then opposite that, or on the other side of the window, is, what's that scene there?
This is the Annunciation, and it's a scene that shows the angel Gabriel announcing to Mary that she'll bear the Son of God. And you can see Mary holding up her hand, palm facing Gabriel, appearing to show acceptance of this message.
So and we've got all sorts of other scenes. Now, it's fair to say that some of this is not in brilliant condition. It looks like it's showing its age, isn't it? But we've got just very delicate little bits of pictures here and there, just a hand or a face or just some outlines.
You can see scenes of pilgrimage and pilgrims here, so you can just make out 4 kneeling figures identified as pilgrims from the way they're dressed as civilians and because they're holding staffs which they would have used on their long walks.
Right, yeah. And you found something else here as well. Am I right in saying you found a pilgrimage token?
Yes, so it's in the shape of a T. So pilgrimage tokens were used by pilgrims to indicate that they were on a special journey, and it would have been made possibly from pewter, so quite cheap to produce. The original souvenir, if you will. So the T possibly indicates Thomas Becket.
Right.
So
this chapel was made around the time of Henry II, and he's most famous or infamously known for the death of Thomas Becket, having a squabble with Thomas Becket, and then that ending up with Thomas Becket dying and then becoming a saint. So people went on pilgrimage, and so this pilgrimage token, do we know?
It's a bit of a mystery. It was found in an archaeological dig near the chapel. And if you look carefully and if you pop to our website, you'll be able to have a look at the picture of this. But you'll be able to see a crown. And this is meant to be the Archbishop's mitre. And the letter is T for Thomas. So it could have been possibly a pilgrim en route to Canterbury. And they had this pin. It could have been that this was an important, blessed place and they were coming to visit the chapel in its own right. So we can only wonder about the mysteries of that pin.
Well, we're not going to find that out from them, are we? But so you mentioned this is part of a much larger complex, and just before we leave this chapel, there's one mural on the walls which is not medieval. Is that right? So there's something above us, and we can see a lion and a unicorn.
So you have to look quite far up. So keep looking up when you get into the chapel. And you can make out a 17th century painting of the Stuart royal coat of arms.
Right.
So under King Charles II, it was compulsory to display the royal coat of arms in a church. So the chapel, we can deduce from that it's still being used for religious purposes to at least and until and throughout the 1600s.
So that's going to become relevant when you're walking along the Ouse Valley Way. When you get to Huntingdon, St Ives, Ely, we're going to see these common. And Newport Pagnell, of course, the other side of Milton Keynes. We're going to see all of these Civil War sites. We're going to see a lot of Oliver Cromwell. So obviously, after he died and Charles II was restored to the throne, there's this big push to make sure everybody's loyal.
Indeed, yes, and this is a way of marking that loyalty. And you can see it here today.
Yeah. So to come and visit here,
yes.
What do we need to do? If somebody walking on the News Valley Way wants to come here, what do they do?
Get in touch with us.
Yeah.
We always want to share the incredible significance of this site. We open it up on special event days too, but always just reach out, give us a call, or pop us an email if you're interested in discovering more about this very special chapel.
Well, I'll leave some details on that.
Thank you.
But outside, if we just go outside now, so
as you emerge out of the chapel, you can see in gravel, if you're following the street, you'll see a gravel outline of the former priory. You've got a real sense of that this chapel was part of a much bigger complex. We also have 3 medieval fish ponds on site, so how the monks would have fed themselves, and their daily, a bit of a hint of their daily life that still remains to this day.
And am I right in saying that all of that comes about, the reason you know about this is because of the work that was done, the archaeology that was done as part of building the city of Milton Keynes? So
this hidden gem is probably, it's been tied with the development of Milton Keynes. So it's a real hidden medieval gem. We're a scheduled ancient monument, this site. So I think the significance is very much recognised and a real part of Milton Keynes. We also have an archive and reference library on site that focuses on new town development. So if you're interested in that side of things, we can also help you. Do get in touch. You can arrange a visit to our archive and reference library.
Yeah, because it's hard to believe you're in a city, because we've got the big railway line running in front of us, and behind us we've got the A5, which is a massive dual carriageway, cars going on very fast, and you can hear the noise. But if you look around, we're completely surrounded by trees, and we've also got 4 ponies in the field opposite, and
they're lovely ponies, very sweet, very cheeky, and they're great to see when you're wandering into work, but they have a really important job. They are part of a company that are based at this site as well. And if you get in touch with that company, you're able to a therapy in a way, interacting with animals. It's a really wonderful thing to have on site.
So they're used for children who have other specific educational needs, and
I think you can book if you get in touch with ECG, they're able to help you out with that side of things.
And we've got the Roman villa just actually, I mean, you can't quite see it from here, but just just a short walk away, got a Roman villa. It's just absolutely incredible. We're in the middle of a city, and yet it feels like we're in a completely rural environment.
There's 12 acres here. We're completely open to the public. We're very popular with the public, and that was demonstrated in the COVID lockdown. A lot of people really relied on this site as a bit of relief and a place to walk and enjoy. So we've got a woodland, a sensory garden. We have an amazing bunch of volunteers who maintain these grounds and keep it looking as beautiful as it does. And we also host weddings because it's a real draw for people to be able to get that pocket of beautiful history and countryside feel in the middle of a city. We're just under 2 miles from the city centre. You'd never believe it.
So what's it actually like to live in a place like this?
I love Milton Keynes. I've lived here for 8 years now. It's a wonderful place to... it's a safe place. You can cycle and walk thanks to the redway set aside from the traffic. It's got so many pockets of green lungs, really well maintained by the Parks Trust. We're very fortunate to have that green space, but we have all the convenience of a fast train to London, every shop you could need, and even the ones you don't. It's a great place to live and work.
Oh, fascinating. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Howard. Cheers.